The White House has retracted a statement made by President Joe Biden during a speech in the US state of Massachusetts. The president was discussing the effects of oil refinery emissions when he indicated he had cancer.
And guess what? The first frost, you know what was happening? It had to put on their windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window. That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer.
The White House then clarified that the president had non-melanoma skin cancer before taking office last year. Let's go live to Washington now. Our correspondent for The Australian, Adam Creighton, joins us. Adam, good to see you. I just don't even know where to start with all of that.
No, I know. I didn't
how
either.
has that gone down in the United States? I have to watch that over and over again to work out what he's actually saying and how it was relevant to where he even was.
Well, look, of course, the sentence really made very little sense, and the fact he said he had cancer very clearly too, I think it's just part of a general decline of his cognitive ability. I mean, that's not the only example that, in the 14, 15 months I've been following his remarks closely, it's getting worse and worse, I tell you. And if it continues at this rate, I mean, by the beginning of 2024, he won't make any sense at all. So it is somewhat concerning, and you can just feel the embarrassment amongst his advisors in the White House about it. And of course, it overshadowed the point of the speech, which was to talk about climate change. Not that there was anything much concrete in the speech, but nevertheless, it was a speech that was meant to rally the left of the Democratic Party by declaring the climate crisis an emergency and an existential threat.
Well, Americans are really distracted by their own problems at the moment, and that is driven by inflation, the cost of living. So I guess the one perhaps saving grace of the president is that they are distracted. But is this kind of thing going to permeate through, be a feature of the midterms?
What the
well, both.
President's mental state,
cost
you mean?
of living and the president's mental state.
If you ask Americans, it's quite interesting. I mean, this question now is a part of routine surveys in the US. Almost every major poll has a question asking Americans if they think the president is mentally fit, and extraordinarily more than 50% say no, which is an extraordinarily sad indictment. So certainly that is a bad sign for the midterms and also
here, Adam.
For the 2024 election.
This question is in the poll, but how many people say no, he's not mentally fit, but would still vote for the Democrats?
Well, I mean, I don't know precisely that figure, but I assume quite a large chunk, because most Democrats, even though they think he's not a great choice and they think he's mentally unfit, they will still vote for him if he ends up being the candidate, which he insists that he will be. Although, as you know, there's speculation all the time that that he won't be, and indeed that he simply can't be because of his mental state. But there's the Democrat bench, if you like, is extremely shallow, very short. There aren't many people there who the hardheads in the party think could win it. And so it may well turn out that Biden is the one, but it's going to be somewhat of a weekend at Bernie style election, I think.